everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well. So today I'll be talking about moon in the first house in the sign of Gemini, meaning if your moon is in the lagna itself, then what it means. If your rising as well as your moon sign is Gemini, then what it means, okay? Now, before discussing about moon signs or moon in different houses, we need to understand the moon and its significance. So, what is moon and why it is important? Moon is our inner world, our inherent nature, our true being, our emotions, the way we perceive and respond emotionally. It represents mother, water, nourishment, food, and also our childhood. It is important to understand our moon because it helps one to know why one reacts or behaves or thinks in a certain manner. Our mental setup, our mental health, our emotional needs, how the childhood of that person was, whether one received proper nourishment or not, and what is one's relation with one's mother or how one's mother is, and a lot more, okay? See, one or the other person around us suffer from some mental health issues. Society is not going to get sensitive or empathetic all of a sudden, or I doubt even in decades. It is us who will have to help ourselves. So, understanding the true self begins with the moon and not just Lagna. Is there a difference between moon sign and rising sign? Yes. Lagna or rising sign just shows your identity, personality, characteristics, but how you think, respond, feel, what you seek internally, what you desire, etc., is seen through moon sign. Okay, so moon is very important, and moon sign is very important. Okay, the moon in the first house in the sign of Gemini. Okay, this is not a great position for moon. Gemini, for you, moon rules your second house and it is placed in your lagna itself, almost 12 places away. Here, there are many things to consider. Firstly, 12 places away, then first and second house is involved, and second house is also a Marrakesh. Okay, so yes, Dhan Yoga is created and wealth will come to you. The financial condition of your family will improve after your birth. You will get most of the resources, but at the same time, you may want to move away from your family. Like you may want to go away from your home to some foreign lands, either because of issues with the family, like you may feel lack of support, okay, or it can also be because of earning wealth that you may travel abroad, settle abroad, or move away from your home, okay. Emotionally, you may not feel happy where you are. Gemini is the original third house representing skill of hands and communication, and moon coming in there shows your communication or writing ability can have problems as it may not be emotional, like heartfelt or having depth, okay, or there can be some issues, okay. Now, this depends on other placements because you, as a Gemini moon, can be there can be two people with the same placement, with the same moon in Gemini, but different nature. Like you can be intellectual, emotional, and reserved, while other Gemini moon can be extrovert, practical, and social. Because we don't know where is your ascendant Lord placed. And Gemini is a dual natured sign, so it can also happen that you can have both sides to you, and it changes based on your mood and based on the situation. Okay. Your hands can also have some problems as moon is healing and nourishment. And here, the personality may not be well developed, or it may seem to you internally that something is lacking in me. Gemini is an air sign and dual natured sign. Mercury rules this sign, and moon is a water element. Your emotions are not stable. There is lack of clarity. You may feel a sense of insecurity regarding yourself. Now, it can be anything, it can be your health, appearance, attitude, your love interest, your love relation, or anything. But there can be some insecurity about something which may not be known to others, but emotionally, internally, there is something that is bothering you. You can have a good business mind here and can do well in areas where you have to sell something to people. But emotionally, you may look for something constantly, like chasing something, as the mind is not satiated. You have an overactive and a restless mind. No matter what you do, you will feel a need of change, be it in relationships or in terms of work or anything. It is your nature that you may get you may get bored or lose interest easily after some time. Now, I won't term it as flirtatious or wandering or cheating or promiscuous nature or anything, because that depends. Okay, but yes, you will lose interest easily. You will have an urge to show off or be the center of attraction. Like you are insecure about something, you lack that confidence, but in order to cover it up, you try to show others that everything is great, okay? Everything is fine and nothing is out of place, and everything is very good, okay? You're very good and you're having these happy days. But some people may find it very off. Like some people may realize that this person is just showing off. You aren't really strong as you show to others, okay? Although you may not uh, be carried away by emotions, but yes, there is some emotion okay, within you, okay, because we are humans, okay, we do have emotions, but you are trying to get away from the emotions, okay, that emotional part, because that scares you, that is overwhelming to you, okay. You love adventures. Both Moon and Gemini is what? Traveling. So you love adventures. Okay? Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury and Moon don't share a great relation with each other. Although Moon doesn't have any enmity with the other planets, but there are some planets that don't like Moon. And one of them is Mercury. Now, I don't know if you guys know the story behind it, but Mercury doesn't like Moon. So, Moon in Gemini isn't a happy place for Moon. It isn't bad either, but okay, because both the planets are benefic planets. But yes, it is not a happy place. Now, because Moon is placed in the sign of Gemini, you may not like the nature of your mother. So there can be some issues between you and your mother, or you and your family, okay? Or it can be both, okay, but dislike will be more from your side, okay, mostly, as Moon doesn't consider any planet its enemy, but Mercury doesn't like Moon, okay. So understand this relationship, okay. Also, you will have some issues with your spouse as well. You can be very diplomatic in relationships, but you will want relationships in your life, like you're a very social person and you need relationships in your life. This is a general level analysis. Okay, planets and other thing may change this, but this can happen. You may have a huge network circle, but very few real friends. You don't like melodrama in your life because you really don't like emotional depth. It gives you anxiety. Okay, so you may try to run away from emotions. You don't like emotions. Okay, so you may appear unemotional to people. Also, your spouse can be like mentor to you, but sometimes uh, it may get to your ego, like this person is boasting about their knowledge and learning and education, like as if you don't know anything, okay. So that may get to your ego and that can create some tiffs in the relationship. You're seen as selfish by others because of your unemotional nature, and people feel they cannot rely on you. You do have a charming personality with a good sense of humor, which attracts people, but as soon as they commit to you, they realize you are different, and you yourself, okay, may have a change of mind. Gemini is also a mutable sign, which means that your thoughts can change often, making you appear fickle or unreliable at times. Okay, let's look at the positives and what you should treasure. Okay, Gemini, you should treasure your curiosity, the intelligence, the humor, the urge to keep learning something in life, the nature of moving on past in everything easily and seeking a new adventure, adapting to the surroundings. See, it is not easy for everyone to move on, to people hold grudges, okay. People look back at their past, they reflect on their past, and they are not it's not easy for everyone to move on. So this is the quality that you should treasure about you, okay. And you are also very flexible, okay. Then being practical to the core, okay, you're very practical as a person, okay. and business mindset, like this ability to sell and convince people. These are the things you should treasure. Okay, let's look at the negatives and what you need to work on and discard. The escapist nature, like running away from anything that involves emotions, commitment, and stability. You are a complicated person, Gemini. You don't know what exactly you want. Like sometimes when you receive the things which you tried so hard for, you feel you don't want it in the first place. Like it's so confusing to you why it is happening, but you lose interest, you lose that spark so easily. So, firstly, you need to detangle your own self and figure out the inner you. Look within yourself. Because, see, emotions are what makes us human. So, you can't run away from it. You can't run away from your emotions. You can't just, ignore it like it doesn't exist. Learn to, accept it. Okay, accept your emotions. Value others because they can be different and emotional, and accept yourself if you really want stability and true people in your life. You are wonderful as you are. Stop trying to be someone else, or stop trying to um, make friends, okay, to compensate your confusion and insecurity. You must first rely on yourself, okay. Also, take breaks often while constantly running behind your desires. Okay? So, yeah, that was it. I hope it resonated with you. Do like, share, and subscribe. Until we meet next time, take care.